Okay, so I have this idea that I want to make music, make my own music that I created, and I'm working on it. I'm really happy since I started to get fretless instruments. This is an Ibanez fretless bass. I changed the strings on it because I found that I like to play the with the subtleties of intonation, like microtonalism. Um, but I found that the bass, the low E, was just too low to really appreciate that subtlety. It was just muddy at that frequency range. So I made the low string here an A, and then the number one string is a fourth above the. Oh, I have a short in my cable, don't I? Okay. Anyway, so this is a C at the bottom. And anyway, so I kind of like just mess around and come up with some patterns, and I came up with this groove. I hope I can play. If not, I will use the video of when I like first made this up. I like recorded it to my phone just for my own uh, memory because I would have quickly forgotten it. But let's see if I can play this. Oops. Okay, here we go. Right, that pattern. And so that was my starting point. I come up with lots of little patterns like this, and it's just like, oh, what do I do with them? I wanted to like make sure to notate this and do something with it. So then the next step was to go over to the computer. So the first thing I try to do after making up that groove and practicing it a zillion times is, okay, I need to get that in my DAW. And I'm using Reaper here in Debian Linux. And this first track here is just my attempt to record it. And we'll listen to it a bit. It didn't go very well. First up, I just fumbled at the top front. But anyway. I'm trying to get a sense of the beat. And I had turned the metronome way up. But I'm just not getting it's not matching up to the beat. It's just like I can't get the feel of that, and this is not going to work for adding any other parts to it. And besides the fact it just kind of sounds sucky because it doesn't have a good enough rhythm. So then the next thing I did was I said, well, I got to figure out the rhythm, notate that, and I use MuseScore here. This is MuseScore. You're probably familiar with it. I had to set up my tenor bass specially. It's not an instrument that is in MuseScore Studio. So I started with the bass, and then I had to go into the staff part properties and change it, edit the string data, and here I changed it from E to G to A to C here. So that's good. It's at the number of frets to, well, they're not actually frets, but the length of my fretboard. And then I was able to enter the tab just by the fret position I knew from playing it. However, I had to make it equal temperament. Like these fives should be like 4 2/3, but they're not. But I was like, okay, this is about the rhythm. We'll worry about the precise intonation later. So then this is what this sounds like. As you can hear, it goes along perfectly with the metronome, which is what I was after. And yeah, this is theoretically, in some sense, what I was trying to play, but I had to figure out what the rhythm I was trying to play was. Anyway, so then I exported this as MIDI. I went back over here. Now that's why I have the second track here. We're going to mute my pathetic playing here, and we're going to go over here, because what I got here is the MIDI that I extracted from MuseScore. And you can see it in the MIDI editor here in all its glory. Now, to take care, and well, there's no dynamics. That's one thing about MuseScore. It's just like, okay, this is not a finished product. My idea was this would tell me the rhythm. I would be able to play along with that. I'm kind of having second thoughts about that because I got the MIDI on here and it sounds almost decent. So I'm using Surge XT, which has a tuning editor. See, tuning editor I have up here. And this is the Scala file and KBM file that defines my my tuning. Basically, it's 12-tone equal temperament, but I changed 2 notes, the minor third and the minor seventh. These are slightly flat. They are the septimal tuning. It's slightly tempered so that this is actually an equal tempered fifth between them instead of just fifth, but that's like, it's close enough. I'm not going to be playing these exact notes. Anyway, this exact frequency. But one thing I noticed that's pretty cool is that if you keep this open in the tuning editor, when you play this, let me see. Okay, we're going to go back to the beginning and we're going to play. You can see the notes here in the SEL file turn orange when they play, which was really helpful because I had gotten my tonic wrong to begin with, and I wasn't playing my special septimal notes, and this helped me figure out how to set it up. It was basically setting the tonic here in the KBM file to be A. So that's where I'm at so far. And then I got the silly idea to make this video documenting my process, and that was a whole nother project, and I guess that's okay. The next steps, I've got a couple of ideas what I'm going to do. I was thinking, I should go back into MuseScore and notate some variations on the theme there, because sometimes I don't play it quite right. I can't say not quite right. I mean, I play it differently, which is good, and sometimes it's bad, but sometimes it's good. And so I was going to notate those and then either keep that as MIDI. I don't like the way it's too regular, but so I'm probably going to play along with it with my actual fretless bass. And then I would be able to string those together into some kind of track that I could play along with. I might go into Bespoke Synth instead of Reaper, because I think I can do something where I can make the different fills or different patterns play more or less randomly as part of the overall rhythm, and that would be pretty cool.